Hello, is there anybody out there? Send me a note. I'm gonna need this. Send me a note. Send me a note. Right. Well, it's gonna be just me today. Let me see if I click record. Yeah, let's record this. Yes. Yeah, that's just gonna download forever. Okay, well, whatever. Um, hello. Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody there? Let me know. I would love to know. Welcome to But That's Not Important Right Now. Just me alone, Ian Reed. Um, talking about crap. Well, not crap. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Chris Carl. Welcome to the show. This is live on Facebook. Usually I record this via Zoom. But today I decided I'll do something new and really try something else. I don't know how I'm looking. I don't know how I'm sounding. I have no idea because I have nobody to test this with but myself. So if you would like to just drop a comment and tell me if the audio is fine, how the video looks, I would please, please let me know because I would like to do this more often. Just for the geeks who would like to know what's going on, I am I'm using a system called VDO Ninja, developed by one guy. One guy put this thing together. It's really, really, really powerful. It's on the browser, and all it enables you to do is freely stream to various places like Twitch, YouTube, whatever it is, um, or OBS or whatever. And this video is very, very powerful, something that's open source and free. And basically, you just, you know, go to the link. So I'm going to copy the link and I'm going to put it in the chat if I can. This might reduce my extreme power hog. I have everything else closed on my machine, so I should have no issues. Right. Thank you, Crystal, for letting me know that the audio is fine. Um, let's see. You see, I could bring you on Facebook, but it would just be like, yeah, nah, let's not do it that way. Let's do it this way because I have to go through OBS. If you all don't know what OBS is, it's an open source broadcasting software which is also free because we do everything free here. Everything is free in my land, free land, right? I don't know where the live videos are. I never see where my live videos are. on Facebook because it always seems to hide itself somewhere. It's never in the same place, which is also the problem I have with Facebook ads right now. You like, look, I'm in live video. I don't even see my own video. It's like, where's my video? I don't want to see anybody else's video. I want to see my video. Where's my video? You know, so I have to go through events. This is going to be tedious. I'm going to go through events and see if I can find the live video in the event because it's there, it's being seen, right? It says go live. Why would it say go live? I'm live already, you know? Um, so I think it's actually going live through the story. What is it? Let me see. I used to have a big live thing with being able to see the comments and all that. Gone. There we go. All right. So I can see the comments. So I'm gonna. All right. I hate Facebook. I wish I could not do this on Facebook, but everybody's on Facebook, and that's what they see. So I'm gonna put the link in the comments. Actually, maybe I should just edit this. Maybe I could edit this. Nope, can't edit that. Oh, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. I wonder if I could do that here. I could create something right here. No, I can't do that here. Oh wait, can I do it here? Um, da, da, da. If I can do it here. Yeah, so drop your comment. Let me know. Have you all been listening to the podcast? Have you all? No, I can't do it. Have you all been? Um, Last week's episode. Well, this episode came out on Monday. I got a lot of good feedback on it. What we call the Halloween special. Um, I had a whole thing kind of scripted out and planned for the Halloween special, and what happened was it just went. So I had to improvise. And thank you to my friend Natasha Gill for coming on and really, you know, really um, helping out and telling her stories because it ended up being a, expression of trauma, which is what we talked about on the mental health episode. If you haven't heard that one, you should go on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and it's on YouTube as well. Um, I have it on all the channels. I have no excuse for you not to be able to hear my voice for radio, you know. All right, I am going to close this window because this is going to be sucking resources. So I have two viewers, and I put the link in the comments so you could jump. Anybody who wants to jump in, I would really appreciate it because I would love to test this with somebody else. I've been testing this with myself, running from room to room trying to get the audio right, and I've been testing this thing. And my friend Big George Wayne keeps commenting, why are you still testing? Stop testing. I have to keep testing. It's just me. I am my own engineer. you know. Um, so if you want to just jump on, the link is in the chat. Um, I could do overview. I used to be able to see all of this stuff. I used to have a whole thing with comments and opinions, and Facebook just, I don't understand. Facebook says, would you like to share this with your story? I'm like, okay, cool. And then it says, okay, share with the story, but it's only in the stories, not in the news feed. So I'm not too sure what's going on, and Facebook confuses me. I'm behaving like the old man, the old man who shouts at the cloud. So yeah, leave a comment. Let me hear from you all what you all want to talk about. I have no plan today. I just wanted to make sure this thing was working. Um, it's still going to go out. It's still going to go out on the podcast on Monday because we're going to end up talking about something. Come hello, how was it? I'm here for an hour. You got me for an hour, so and there's nobody watching. All right, everybody's left. Such is life. I wish I knew why this is a. I wish somebody would write a comment. I'm not even seeing the comments coming up live. So if you are writing comments, I apologize. All right, let me see if I could get back in to this. So last week we talked a lot about terror, the idea of terror in the agency business. You know, what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about my experience on deadlines and being terrorized by extreme deadlines. Everybody's had that kind of issue, you know. But the thing is that a deadline, is set by somebody who doesn't understand the business doesn't care. They don't seem to care. The first thing you think of is, well, they don't care. You have people who have been working in the business for like 15, 20 years, still giving you deadlines for tomorrow for something that you need 2 weeks to do, you know? So, such is life. And the terror of, of having to perform to this level to be able to do these things is what an agency is. And when I worked at the other agency, I'm not going to name the name because they don't seem to like me. Um, they she says go live to start the event, but the event is live, so I don't know. So weird. So strange. Facebook is strange. Strange. I think I'm just gonna end up doing live video on YouTube. I'm done. Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't really understand, you know, I don't really understand why this does what it does. Alright, you see, turn that off. Alright, Crystal says, talk about the project you were most proud about. um, hmm. I think the project I was most proud about is Crystal Moses Wright in my Costa class. Yes, I taught Crystal graphic design. I can't remember the subject though. Was it advanced? It was advanced vector? No. Yes, can't remember. Anyway, yeah. So that's teaching. When students present good work, you're really happy with it. You're kind of like blown away by some of the exciting stuff, and you just notice they're going to go and cry in the real world because they're going to present this stuff and people are just going to break them a new hole. um, Speaking of which, I keep telling my students, don't go thinking that you come in here and you get vexed that Mr. Reed is trying to destroy your inner peace or whatever it is. You go to a company and they are literally going to laugh at you. What shit is this? What are you doing? Throw things at you and all kind of stuff. And you're going to be like, what? And this is what graphic designers I have noticed don't seem to understand that there are people out there who do not understand what graphic design is, and they don't they don't understand how it works, and when you try to educate them they don't care. So what we have a serious problem, which is probably not fixable. We have a serious problem where people people just don't respect you. So they keep coming back with changes. I don't know what. But there are a whole host of other things involved with that. Whether you have um, you know what's the word I'm looking for? I'm terrible at this broadcasting stuff. Why am I doing this by myself? I need a broadcaster. So the project I'm most proud about, I would probably say the Angostura XS project, because that one was a fun project right up to launch. Product died after a year or two, but it was a fun project. What about artists who feel jaded by the state of the local design industry? There's no choice about that. I hate when people. I hate to tell people, and I'm sorry to tell people, but you know the the graphic design industry is dead, and people don't like to hear that. People don't like to hear that it's dead. What you know as a graphic designer, and we have a part to play. I had a part to play in that. Crystal had a part to play in that. Everybody had a part to play in that in some way, because we started out thinking that, oh, with technology we're going to be the gatekeepers of this thing, and then Canva came on the scene and PicMonkey and all these things started coming on the scene, and we're like, nah, people still need graphic artists. They don't need a graphic artist anymore. What they have is an outsource to Asia, and they develop like a Brazilian templates for $1 or 50 cents US or whatever per template, and then they sell that as part of the subscription, and you just you're out of that loop now, because somebody is just creating templates and just creating it, and you're just using that. So I would say what we know as graphic design is dead, and this has moved into a new phase. It has moved into a new phase, and a lot of people haven't realized that. You um, but the local design industry is dead, because there's too many artists, there are too many creators, and there's not enough people. Um, you know, there's not enough work to go on, and it might be jaded of me to say, you know, what it might be jaded of me to say, um, such and such is the case. But at the end of the day, I just feel that a lot more could be done to make the industry strong again. Oh God, I sound like Trump. Make the industry strong again. Um, right. So I only have one viewer. So let me wait and see if I get some more viewers. You know, I don't really. Why? Why Facebook? Why did you do this? I don't know. I used to have a whole big thing, and now I don't. But thank you for the comments so far. I mean, that's been great. That's good. I don't know who else is gonna jump on and join. Let me drink my water. I wonder if I could share my screen. Let's try doing that. And let's risk doing something crazy. And hopefully not. Right, so let me see. Could I do something here? Yes, I think that would be a great thing to put up. Let me see if I can load this and not have my computer go crazy. Nobody's taking me on to jump on, but that's alright. One day somebody will do that. Nobody wants to jump on just to show their face. So plug this in. It's gonna die. Let's see. Let's try sharing this. Right. I I don't know if y'all could see this, but um, this is This is a what you call it, a project that I came up with during the pandemic. For I started a thing called the Creative Guild. It was an attempt to try to, put sense to madness with the whole creative industry, not just graphic artists, but everybody. Um, I think a bit of more than I could chew. It's not going the way I wanted to because I can't do it by myself, and I just don't have the time. But I would love, if people could jump on and say, "Hey, I'll help you do this and I'll help you do that." But so far, everybody just likes to, see the funny memes that I post. You know. Um, Thanks, Crystal. You could let me know. Yeah, you can see the screen. So yeah, what I'm doing is I'm trying to get as many responses as possible to a form I created online, which is trying to show an average rate. Because unfortunately, we don't like to talk money. It's very funny. It's a funny thing. Graphic designers don't like to talk money to other graphic designers. They're afraid, okay, well, if I tell you, well, I charge $50 for a logo. Man's get back and say, but wait now, I charge you 100. How you could charge 50? It's not the amount of money that you're charging. It's the level of work that you're willing to put out. You know, the rate is important, yes. The problem is a lot of clients. I see, like I had to do a rate sheet last week for a pitch job. They wanted a rate sheet. I'm like, yeah, but you're basing this thing on what I'm charging, not what I'm delivering for you. This is two different things. If I charge you $10,000 for a logo, there's a reason why I'm giving you $10,000 for a logo. It's because I have the experience backing it up, you know. But they're not looking at it from that angle. They're looking at it from a rate. This is the rate that you charge because we have to come up with a budget. And as the next thing, graphic designers are always like, yeah, but what's your budget? And the clients are like, yeah, well, you just give us a figure and we see if that matches up with our expectations. Yeah, it's very frustrating. So what I try to do is I try to get people to answer simple questions. What rates do they do for various things? And I realize that, I mean, my industry standard is what the agencies usually charge. So a lot of overheads and so on. And you see this thing with multi-page documents like annual reports and so on. Why would you charge $5,000 to do an annual report? That's madness. And you see, when somebody does an annual report for somebody for $5,000, they will keep giving them work for $5,000, and it's like, yeah, but you're not you're not getting good results from that. But I always argue with what you call it. I always argue with um, what was I going? Lost my train of thought. I always argue with other graphic designers in the forums and so on, and especially in the graphic design guild and group and whatever. I say, but you all keep saying they go in and get what they pay for. They do get what they pay for, and they're quite happy with it. They're quite happy with it. So if you say, well, I'm going to do a whole 150-page annual report with figures and graphs and infographics and all that, and I charge you $5,000 for that, the people say, sure, no problem. Wherever you give me, I'm happy with because it's only $5,000. So when I go and I say, yeah, well, I'm going to give you I'm going to bring it in on time and I'm going to do a fantastic job. You know, what, 25,000? Are you insane? A man charging me five. Why would I pay you 25? You know, even though I have the experience and I have the portfolio to show this is the level of work that I'm doing, you're not interested in the level of work. Um, I lost out on a job because I had to increase the rate a little bit from a job I did the year before. And it was like, it was only increased by $5,000. It was only increased by five. And she's like, no, 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 I am not paying an extra dime to you for this. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I saw the annual report and I was like, all right, well, the annual report looked good. It was pretty good. It was good. So whatever they paid, they had to have paid much less than me, no problem, but it looked good, so I can't complain. But Crystal says my rate sheet is staggered. price fluctuates according to the amount of work done. Well, yeah, that's true. You know, the thing is, they want you to stick to the rate. You know, they want you to stick to the rate. You said you were going to do this Facebook post for $250. Yeah, but you want to buy an image. So the image is 25 US. No, 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 that's coming in a part of the $250. Oh, God, jeez. You see, so there are all these things. And then there's not a very good way of you know, accurately making a rate for some things. You know, like they want a rate for van livery. What's the size of the van? How much branding going on the van? Is it wrapping over the windows? Was it little complications to create the artwork to actually send it to the printer? You know, all of those things. And nobody's saying, hey, all of these things. No, you give me a rate for that. I like, all right, well, usually I charge to when I do a job like that, that's like $1,500. $1,500? No, I could get a man to do it for five. All right. And then he worked for a van company and they do it for five. That's the other thing. Printers. I realized printers. Uh, I was pitching on a book job. Nice book job. It's going to be awesome. And I told the person, well, this is going to cost, usually my rate is 25. And she had a cow. She's like, no, 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 no. The printer is telling me $3,000 to do to do the design of the book. I'm like, $3,000 to do a 250 page book with cover and and there was an index and there was I'm like, okay. And I'm a little bit, and I saw the book after and I looked at the person who did it. And they have a lot of experience doing books. And then I was happy that they got the job. But you charge these people $3,000 to do this job? I can't believe that. I can't believe that. So I have to reduce my rate now. So I have to say, well, yeah, it's $12,000 to do an report, and we the state of after COVID, you know. Hi, Richard. Yes, madness. No, it's terrible. The one comment they could always make is, we finding somebody else to do this for cheaper. And the argument is that, yeah, all right, when you go and find somebody else cheaper, you go see the result. And the results are usually very awesome. So because people like you see people advertising social media posts for 10 US. 10 US is like $60 TT for one post. And graphic artists laughing and say, oh God, how are you gonna do that? Canva. Canva creating it for you for you know for, for like you don't even need to pay for Canva to get some of these templates. You know, you just I was in a group when I first started freelancing. I went into a group hosted by a friend of mine. And after about 6 months, I realized I got some clients from them. I got some good clients, I got some bad clients. Majority were bad clients because everybody in there wanted it for free. And the mantra that this girl was pushing was, and a lot of these influencer entrepreneur kind of people, the ones who go and say, you can build a website for free. You don't need no developer. Go on WordPress and this is that. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, but somebody got to pay you. You telling them to do it for free, and what happens to people who have the expertise to do it for you? What do you do? So everybody's like, yeah, yeah, no, you need to do a logo for me for $10. I'm like, no, my starting rate for logos is 3,500. You will never get anywhere in that business. And it's true. I have stopped doing logos. I've made a concerted effort to not accept logo work. You know, so but nobody has joined my thing, so I don't know. I think I'll just yeah. The price on the cutting is dread. Yes, it is dread, and we have allowed it to be like that. That's how it is. It's undercutting because it everybody. You see, there's so this is. I read a book a couple of years ago called the Blue Ocean Strategy. Very good book. And The Blue Ocean Strategy was trying to show that in everything, oceans become red because the competition is cut through. We are in a red ocean with graphic design. Graphic design, as it stands, let me stop sharing this thing. Graphic design is graphic design is a catch-all, be-all, end-all kind of thing. And what is happening is that we created this thing where everybody has become a graphic artist. So everybody say, well, I could do that. I could do 20 designs within an hour, and I could charge 10 US per design. That is whatever it is. I went into a Facebook group 2 months after I started freelancing. Seriously. I went into this Facebook group for graphic designers, and somebody posted, we would like to get and as soon as they posted, like 10 seconds later, there were over 100 responses. People from India. I could do that for you for next to nothing, pennies. And I realized there's no way I could compete. This is a red ocean. There's no way I could compete in this. No way. And now that's the problem I'm having with Upwork right now. I'm on Upwork and I get no work. And everybody's like, I know you could get work at Upwork or whatever. No, I don't get shit with Upwork. And I'm pretty much fed up. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing it. Yeah. It's all fun and games until it breaks. Then they call you to fix it. Exactly. Now, Richard knows. Um, Richard Tima is a good friend of mine. We went to school together. Richard is a developer. And Richard's constant problem is they go and they get somebody else. Now Richard's case is different from a graphic artist case. He's not creative. He's in the nitty gritty of doing the programming. He goes and he tells them, well, we could do this and this and this, and it'll cost you X. And they go, no, I'm going to get a man to do that. And I've heard this many times. And Richard, I've never told you this story, but they people have gone to India. I've heard too many people go to India, outsource to work to India, and then still have to go and hire a local man to fix the problem because it's not happening fast enough from India. Indians keep charging more and more money, all of those things. Um, you can't just be an artist. You have to be a videographer. Again, this is the other thing. And Karen Rose always says that you cannot employ an e-commerce marketing manager salesperson. Now, I talked about that in my last episode. I had a story about that. This is the last episode. Natasha and I discussed that same thing, where you're being asked to do all of these things for very, very little money. But I just want to welcome Marcus Mason. Hi, Marcus. I don't know who you are, but welcome. Um, what about through Amazon? I'm not understanding the comment. What about through Amazon? Um, what about through Amazon? I don't know. Um, um, yeah, I've explored. I have a Redbubble account. I'm selling T-shirts and various prints and stuff to Redbubble. Not a sale. I have a TeePublic account. I get like $1 on a sale of a sticker every 6 months or so. Oh, that's the other thing. PayPal, PayPal has my money and won't give it to me. I have 7 US in a PayPal account, and they won't give it to me, and I don't know why. And people are like, "Well, you only have $700 in PayPal. How is that possible?" I'm like, "Because that's how much I earned within 6 months. How could you? What kind of crap is that?" Yeah, because nobody pays me to do work. I just have had no work for the last 6 months. It's just one of those things. Doing artwork to sell there. I'm not understanding. Are you talking about KDP? You're talking about what they call it? Um, uh, low. What is it? Low content journals and so on. No, yeah, I started doing that as well. But Amazon is banning accounts left, right, and center outside of the US. That ain't happening. Left, right, and center. People, I'm taking your money. Taking your money. Yeah. No, I started dealing with the KDP stuff, and I'm just like, nah, this is just too. It's a lot of work, for me, because again, I'm a serious graphic artist. I'm gonna take my time to do a nice cover. I'm gonna do a nice interior and all that. The turnover, you need to do like 5, 6, 7 coloring books a day and put it out there and make sure you're in the right niche. It's a science involved in that, and I just don't have the time for that. I just don't have the time for that. But again, I'm not decrying it because I don't do it. It's not good. I mean, the people have gotten success from these things. I just haven't done it. So my friend Jason Dukaran, he's a writer. He's like, I get tons of money from Upwork. I'm like, yeah, but I get none. I get one job in October, very good job, good rated, well done. And I realized what I had to do. I had to go and get the lowest paying jobs, do really, really well to get a 5-star rating in Upwork so that I could get the higher paying jobs. Dude, I work in this business 20 years. I am not some new starter. If you don't think I could do the job at the mid level and the higher level, then this is a waste of time. So I need to go and do 100 shitty logos to get a 4-star rating so somebody else can give me a job. No, I don't have the energy and I don't have the time. You know, you know. Thanks for the shout out from Richard. Can you talk a little bit about how AI has affected your industry? Um, Not yet. It hasn't affected the industry yet. Okay? I would have loved my friend Sherwin to have jumped on. Sherwin and I talk about this all the time. All the time. Sherwin is trying to do his own AI in the back end kind of stuff. Um, I'm more interested in, I'm trying to generate money from it. And so far, I have not been able to. But it's a nice little toy. It's a nice toy. Um, Things like Canva, Free Pick, all of these things are now instituting. Actually, let me show you. Let me show you. Um, Free Pick, Free Pick, Free Pick, Free Pick. Yeah, but I mean, anybody who wants to go and do KDP and low content um, books and so on, by all means, go ahead. I mean, I would do it if I really wanted, but I started doing it and I'm like, this is boring. It is literally boring for me. It's literally boring. I'm like, and even doing the Redbubble stuff could be, a little boring. All right, let me share my screen again. This seems to be very easy to do. I could put my picture in picture, but I'll work on that later. All right, so Repick is part of FreePick. People use FreePick a lot to get vectors and stuff. It's very good. I love FreePick. So I pay a subscription to FreePick because I get a lot of good stuff from them. And also so Shutterstock. It's kind of like Shutterstock. But Repick is doing what Canva is doing, which is creating templates for you to use. So you can create a template for social media and whatever, and you could then, send it straight to Instagram, Facebook, that kind of stuff. But what they're doing, what they started, is um, the next gen. So what you talk about AI at the lowest level, the lowest level, the AI, what Richard is asking about is has it changed? This is what is going to change the industry because I could put in um, woman smiling, thinking. Let's just let's do it. Let's do it like a post. Yeah, fighter by fighter. Let's see. Let's see what it does. Now everybody's on the mid journey, and look at this. Yes, the hands look weird, but look at this. Look at this. Look at this stuff. I just created. I just created a post. Now I could actually put this into a template. I have tons of templates here, which I could just apply. You know. Let me see. Could I apply? See what it does. I haven't tried this out per se, but just replace that. So let's delete that and let's go back to the Add photo, AI, generate new image. What we talk about here, paradise, generate new image. Yeah. So this would probably be bad for photographers. Yeah, but it's still going to be bad for graphic artists because, you know, you you don't need to go on. You could generate, and it's going to reach a stage where we can actually tell it, generate a social media post to me about a sale for a hairdresser. You know, let's see if I put in hairdresser, what would it do? I haven't really played around with this other than the AI stuff, so I don't know what it will do. Right. This is actually cool. It's actually getting the hands done very well. And then you have to put this behind. So where are my layers? Oh, I've not done this in a long time. Where are my layers? Layers. Ah, I haven't done this in a long time. But you get the idea. You get the idea. We could build a whole social media post from using a template and a generated AI. I don't have to go and search for an image. So this speeds up the process. You see? Um, Marcus says I'm into character creation design. Well, that's great. I mean, again, Blender and all these things are coming in, to really shake up the scene. They're really going to shake up the scene. Um, don't have much experience with Blender, but you know what I mean. Um, right. This is actually pretty interesting. Sounds like I'm teaching again. I don't like to be sound like I'm teaching. I still only have one viewer. I don't know why. How many viewers do I have? I can't see here. It doesn't tell me if I have how many viewers I have here, and it doesn't tell me how many viewers I have here. So I'm not too sure how many people are actually taking a look, but thanks you all who have, you know, jumped on and said hello or whatever. I wish somebody could have come on camera with me and had a chat. That was the point of this exercise. But I mean, you know, thanks a lot. Anybody else have anything to say before we sign off for the day? This is actually very successful. I got the sound to work. I got the video to work. I got all of these things to work. Yay, me! Right? I also do graphic design, but not being paid as that government worker. My sympathies, Marcus. uh, you see, as you say, the Kusur say, you're asked to do one thing and they ask you to do other things. Like the IT guy is always a man who could do Photoshop. You know, you doing IT, guy fixing a motherboard. I need a flyer from a child thing. You could do that. What? What? Yeah, use computers so you could use Photoshop. Yeah. What? I'm trying to fix a computer. It's weird, you know. Yeah, I let you know all the time, Richard. I will always let you know. There's a link in the comments for you to jump in and talk and have a conversation with me. You know. But hey, whatever. What is this button up here? Oh, okay. What is this? Oh, okay. Cool. 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 Oh yeah, I got a thing. All right, cool. I updated my OS, so I'm just playing around with the getting used to all the new stuff. Um, we're not getting paid as a designer either. Well, as Natasha said last week, sorry, well, the show came out on Monday. Um, don't forget, go and subscribe and see us on YouTube, but that's not a quarter right now. I keep saying us. I've done this for 2 years with Jared, and now I don't have Jared, so it's hard for me. You know, join me on the podcast from now on. Um, we 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 what we're saying, what Natasha was saying is that things are very slow for the last 3 4 months, and I'm hoping it picks up. I I'm a negative person by nature. Unfortunately, I'm a very negative person by nature, and that's something I still work on. It's a work in progress, probably until I go to heaven or hell. Well, I mean, I was working in the agency, so I think I got my hell down. Um, but yeah, I think what's going to happen is things are going to get even rougher for the industry. So if you have a job, hold on to it. Congratulations, well done. Keep it. You know, it might be rough, it might be hard, but please, 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 it's really rough out here. There's literally no income coming in to a lot of us. Not for want of trying. It has been, and I have not been sitting down watching Netflix and all that. I've been doing a lot of work and stuff. Hey, you actually want to see my work? If you all want to see my work, those of you who don't know me, this is not all my work, but let's will it load? Yeah, I have some other things that I'm working on. The other thing I'm working on, and I want to shout out to these guys. Let me close this off because there are a lot of windows open here. You know me, I love my tabs, right? So this is all my work on my Behance, behance.net/redesigns. You can go and check it out. Um, this is the kind of stuff I have to put up some more. I have to do an updated version of this PairJax brand guide because I did the brand guide for PairJax and SideJax, the new logo and livery and so on. You but I have um, I have partnered or started working with a new guy who just came on the scene, and I want you all to bookmark this, take a note of this if you're into art. NativeMirror.com, www.nativemirror.com. The site is still a bit slow, but you could go here and check it out. You could buy prints and frames and so on of artwork, and there's actually original artwork on here. Um, so, for example, I'll show you my artwork if I could find it. If I could find it, it's not easy to find. Let's see. Let's see if I could do landscape. It'll find it. Did I classify it as landscape or did I classify it as beach? I don't know. I'd have to do my own. It's very slow. Let me see. Any more comments while that's loading? No more comments. T. Richard says, when did I last update Redesign Pro? I update it all the time, the back end, and I answer comments. I get a lot of comments for my Facebook post. Uh, Facebook jail is going to become more common. That's very popular. But I haven't been blogging. I've just become lazy. So I have to start back. I have to talk about the AI stuff. So you're going to give me impetus for that. Um, you have, I have plenty portfolio sites all over the place where I can't even see my own artwork on this thing. This is photos. Oh, that's right, because this is photos. Art, nature. Let's see. Will that load? No idea. No idea. So I better just, if I go to art gallery, nature, while that is loading, read some more comments. Moe, I don't know what that means. Moe. I have portfolios all over the place. Ah, here we go. Right, so this is my work. I have more work to put up. Right, so what you could do is you could see the artwork here, and then you could put an image, frame an image, and it will they will They will make a frame for you, you buy it, and they will deliver it. You know, so you could then decide, well, I want. Let's see if I can put this here, right, and make it bigger. It's okay. I could put it here, whatever, right? Or you could upload your own picture of the room. So I thought this is cool. I really love this. You know, or you could frame the image here and see what it looks like if that works. Nobody else is coming to my thing. Let's see what it does. So this is a local company. This is 100% local to me. This is a guy who used to be a client of mine at McCann. Really nice guy, cool guy. His whole team have been developing this for 6 years. So this is really good stuff, and I really like it. And you have a lot of options, right? And I think it's worth you guys buy my artwork. Please buy my artwork. NativeMirror.com. Look for Ian Reed under nature stuff so far, right? Um, so that's that. Right, let me read some more comments if they have any more comments. Big up Fatima crew in the house, man like Ryan and Ned. Okay, all right. Ryan and Ned. All right, I don't remember Ned. Wait, do I remember Ned? Is that Nikolai? Right, but you asked about AI art. AI art is going to start getting into that space. The Etsy's and the Red Bubbles and all that. That's where they're going to start seeing that stuff being put out there. Digital art to put in inside rooms, and people just love putting art. You following? And there's no outlay of materials to generate some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's fine art, but with a computer doing it. If I tell you fine art, make a watercolor waterfall for me in Paria, I'll get something like what you saw there. It's reaching that level now where we are we are generating characters, we're generating people, we're generating spaces and places and items. It will reach a stage now where you could just input it into and say, generate me a 3D rendering of Captain America with his shield posed as if ready to fight, and 3D print it and paint it for me so that and ship it to me. And I now have a a, a what you call it, an action figure that I could put on my desk. I don't need a sculptor. I don't need that's, I think it's going to change a lot of things, but I don't know how the future is going to be. So, you know. So anyway, this has gone on for quite a while. I Yeah, the generated copy it didn't reach there yet either because it's still doing some. I asked it to write me a science fiction story, and it ended up writing me a. I was using writer. Writer ended up writing me erotica, literally. It started talking about two boys going in the basement to fight a demon, and I don't know where it went, but it started talking about the mother and the mother having an affair with the next door neighbor, and the next door neighbor. I'm like, where did you get this from? What is? Anyway, that's that's not good. Great. Thanks for joining me, myself, myself, and I will be seeing you all later. Please like, subscribe. The podcast is on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, but that's not important right now. We're in season 4, so we have a whole host of stuff that we talked about from the last 2 years when we started. And especially check out this week's own Terror Halloween special. Yeah, and yes, thank you, Marcus. We will definitely. The next one is this one. It's going to be on Monday. So this episode is going to go out onto the Spotify and Apple link on Monday, and then Wednesday we do another recording. I'm going right up until Christmas. Let's see how this thing goes. But I don't think I'll do a live next week. I think I'll just do a normal recording next week because you know if anybody, yeah. All right. Um, Thank you very much. I will see you all later. Usually, I have to define something because that's a nature thing, but I'm too tired to think of something to define. So, um, good night, good luck,